Hello Pisces, this is your astrology forecast for June and also applies if you're Pisces rising or Pisces moon. Firstly, I need to tell you that Mercury, the planet of transportation, technology, communications, goes retrograde, means it's going slower from the 7th of this month until the 2nd of July. Now for the first 11 days of this month, this Mercury is retrograde in your 5th house. It's joining Jupiter there. So this is a really good time for reflecting on whether you want to get into your own business. Now if you're already in your own business, this is a good time for thinking about ways in which you can promote yourself more effectively, maybe going on a course and learning something, maybe connecting with younger people in ways that you haven't done before. It's a wonderful time for those of you who don't have your own business to really consider, well, maybe I could turn this new idea that I've got, this creative idea, especially you are so creative, Pisceans, really, maybe I could turn this into a successful business. And with Jupiter there, really, if you think about it really carefully, you don't rush into something. When Mercury goes direct after the 2nd of July, you really could get a new opportunity, some kind of a new opportunity coming in to be an entrepreneur, to run your own show. And I think that many of us are going to be moving towards that with these huge changes, sea changes, that are taking place now in the world with this cardinal cross, as I've been talking about for so many months. These are sea changes in the world, and we're going to have to get more independent with ways in which we earn money, rather than necessarily always relying, Mercury retrograde getting to me already, on an employer to pay you. After the 18th of the month, this Mercury goes retrograde into your 4th house of home. So you might be re-evaluating a move. Might be time to say, you know, I'm kind of stagnant where I am, it's time to make a move. You might be relocating. You might decide I would think about it during the retrograde, and I wouldn't make any important decisions until after July 2nd, when this Mercury goes direct. But during the retrograde, it's a wonderful time to be reconsidering your security, your stability. Have you got plans in place for the future? If so, what are they? It's also a time where there could be misunderstandings with a family member. So important really during the retrograde to really try to listen more carefully. During a retrograde Mercury, it's always people's mental processes are slowed down. That's why it's so good for research. It's also very good for maybe researching a new location that you want to move to, but not time to move to it, at least until next month. On the 13th of the month, we have a lovely, playful, fun full moon in Sagittarius. Now, this is in your 10th house, Pisces, so this is shining a light on your career. There could be a new opportunity, a new career opportunity. Maybe you need to put yourself out a little bit more to be able to see and receive this opportunity. But there's certainly an opportunity here, maybe for promotion. Also, with the full moon in the 10th at the top of the chart, is also a good time for doing anything that takes you into the public eye, takes you really where you could be seen. This full moon could really be helping you with that. Now, for the first 3 weeks of the month, we've got the sun in the 4th house, so this is shining a light on your home. Are you making your home comfortable enough? Are there any little things that you could do that would spice it up, jazz it up a little bit? It's shining a light on your environment. What can you do to make your environment more comfortable? It's a good time to retreat, to be quiet, and it's also a good time to be with friends and family and enjoy them. On the 22nd of the month, the sun moves into your 5th house of romance. Hey Pisces, if you want a romance, this is a wonderful time for it, wonderful time to get into it. With Jupiter magnifying everything there, you might have several opportunities. And of course, it's shining a light as well on being self-employed, and it's also shining a wonderful light on any creative endeavour. So any of you in the entertainment and arts and music industry, this could be wonderful opportunities here opening up for you. Make sure you're taking advantage of them. Now, for the first 23 days of the month, we've got Venus here in your 3rd house. So it's important, it's a good time to be networking, either in your neighbourhood. It's also a good time to network far and wide. Certainly a nice time for studying and learning something new. And also for doing something in your community. Maybe you want to get involved with something that really helps the community generally. It should be good for your social life, Pisces, as well. On the 24th of the month, this Venus goes into your 4th house, and just a nice experience connected with home. If you're trying to sell your house, you might find a buyer. If you're trying to move, you may be able to, you'll find that things start to move in more of a flow again, and also maybe some nice interaction with the people who are very close to you in your life. And also, Pisces, of course, you do like your alone time. This could just be enjoying being alone and being home and just pottering about as well. Now, between the 25th and the 28th of June, happens only once every 2 years, we've got an exact opposition between Mars and Uranus. Now, Mars and Uranus, when they're opposite each other, they're not terribly friendly. And they could go to war. And we may well see war. I mean, there's already stirrings of it happening. But in terms of how it'll play out in people's lives, people just feeling a little impatient, a bit stressed, too much going on, feeling overwhelmed. Try not to rise to the bait. You may experience a surprise connected with your finances. It may just come as a shock. But remember, it's only for a few days, so try not to overreact. Try to just go off and meditate, be quiet, be in nature, be by water, and then see how you feel by the beginning of next month. Also, on the 27th of the month, just while all this is going on with Mars and Uranus, we've got a lovely new moon in Cancer, joining this Jupiter and the Sun in your 5th house, again of romance. Do bring some romance into your life, Pisces. This new moon is a sister sign to you. It's powerful, it's a positive full moon, new moon for you. New beginnings in what gives you pleasure, giving pleasure to yourself. Wake up in the morning and ask yourself, what would I like to do today? And let yourself do at least one thing that you'd like to do every day. It's about bringing out the child in you, the pleasure, new beginnings for creative pursuits, new beginnings for a business. This is all bodes to be very exciting, particularly towards the end of this month for you, Pisces. And the big news is that next month, Jupiter, your co-ruler, planet of good fortune and abundance, changes sign. And it will take some of the pressure away, not all of it, but some of it from this cardinal cross that's been affecting us all with stressful things. It's going to take a bit of ease some of that pressure. But more of that for you next month. So I thank you for listening, for subscribing, for sharing, for commenting. You might want to sign up for my free newsletter. And of course, if you'd like to come for a reading, I would love to hear from you. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.